Last season, I got my girlfriend hooked on FPL. She finished around 10.5 million, but this year, she said she's taking it serious. In today's video, she's going to be building her FPL team live and direct from the Premier League website. We'll be taking a look at players, premiums, and every position to get an insight into the mind of an FPL newbie. Thinking cap activated. Talk to me, how long have you been playing FPL?
Like since last season. Barely anything.
And how have you found the game? Good?
It's fun. I don't take it very seriously, or at least last season I didn't, but I think now
She's
that...
lying, guys. She's lying, I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Maybe we had our little competitions with whose captain pick was better. Most of the time it was not his, it was actually mine.
No, that's not true.
So, but I think that this year, now that I'm taking it more seriously, I think it'll be a lot more fun.
Follow her on Twitter at HyanFPL and on TikTok at hyan.rigo. I've attached the links in the video descriptions. So go check out her content. She's doing more FPL stuff this season, and she also does lifestyle content on TikTok, which I think is very interesting. Definitely check it out. Okay, now let's get into your draft.
Okay.
So we've got your draft up here. You've got 100 million to spend, 15 spots. Who's first selection for you?
Palmer.
You know he used to play for City, right?
That doesn't,
We don't like him
I
in
don't
this
care.
household.
I see, that's the difference. I have no bias at all. You do. You hate Foden. You hate City. You hate everything City.
Yeah,
But
boy.
I don't, and I think that's gonna get me far.
I mean, let's just have a look at Palmer. 244 points last season. He's 56.3% owned. Just look at let's look at Foden. 32.6. If we come to
Oh,
the
he's more than Foden. I didn't know that.
he's more.
I still want
Palmer's
him.
the
I
second
still...
most expensive mid in the game. You know. Are you
Really?
sure you want him?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at Haaland.
No.
Haaland's 32.6%.
Yeah, because he's 15 million.
I mean, okay, we'll come to it. So you're 100% on Palmer. We'll put
Yeah.
him in. Second, anybody else in the defense interested in a Trent Alexander-Arnold at 7 million?
No, because he was injured for most of the season last year. I just don't trust that.
In the forward spots,
Watkins.
she loves Watkins. She captained him like almost every week. I mean,
was
he
good.
has some really good fixtures in this opening patch. I think
Ooh.
Leicester away is very solid.
That is nice. Okay, Arsenal, maybe he can go on the bench, but actually,
Well, it depends if he has penalties, right? Because if he has penalties, he's a completely different asset. Hopefully, it gets cleared up. I hope they get a couple pens we can see. People are saying McGinn and Tielemans. I think Watkins, you know, he's close to Holland. And he's not far off. You add 5 penalties in there, and
Yeah.
he's only 1 or 2 goals off. So I think 100% Watkins will be gunning for penalties.
defense, I don't know at all. I had Guardiola for that brace, or one of them. I think he had 2 last season towards the end.
No, it was him and White, and I owned neither of them.
It's your bias, I'm telling you.
Guardiola, I'll show you his opening fixtures. So Ipswich at home, game week 2, and game week 3, West Ham away. Brentford at home, game week 4. There's definitely some potential there, but
Yeah, I was gonna say his minutes, they weren't like great until the end. I don't know how it's gonna start. I don't want this parrot. I don't want no.
oh my gosh. Look,
I don't like
he
him.
plays every week. You know what you're going to get.
Yeah, but I don't like his baby mama and whatever's going on there. I don't like that at all.
Okay.
So
That's fair enough.
I want Arsenal, but I just don't know.
Raya is 5.5.
Raya was good when I had him. He was like really,
I've got
really
Raya
good.
in. I've got Raya in. He's good.
I want like either Raya or Pickford and then some dirt cheap goalie, but I just don't know which one. Like
Well,
which
I'll show you
Raya or
Pickford's
Pickford.
opening fixtures. They have
Ooh.
Brighton at home, Bournemouth at home. You have to rotate them very well. Like you should not be playing them Spurs away, not against Villa away, I mean Leicester away is okay, but the patch that from here is really, really nice.
Okay, let's put Pickford in for now just because he's a little bit cheaper. And then if we have the extra 0.5 at the end, then maybe we can splurge on Raya.
Okay, let's put Pickford
Let's
in then.
just put him in. What about... And then I had Callahan. Was that his name? Kelleher?
Kelleher, yeah.
Kelleher. I had him last season. And then... But he was on the bench fully. But then Allison got injured. And then Kelleher stepped up. And he was good. So...
Allison's sitting at 5.5 million, 11.2% selected. I like him as an option. He also, by the way, goalkeepers, if they score a goal, they're now getting 10 points instead of 6.
Oh my god.
So it could be like kind of a crazy thing and he scored a goal, look right here, 2021. And that goal was really important
Oh.
for them because they had a really bad season. They were gunning for top 4, and if they lost the game, they wouldn't have got it. So it was a big goal. A lot of the content creators are picking Sanchez at 4.5, who has some really, really good fixtures. And I think it's solid, right? Because let's say with the new transfer rules that were added, you wanted to hold your first 4 to 5 transfers and you're kind of delaying your wild card to game week 19, then definitely it's a possibility to select Sanchez for the long-term ownership, right? Because if you can rotate him well in those weeks, you won't need to make a goalie transfer. Into the defense, is there anyone you really want? I might get you started with a couple 4.5 guys. I think Leaf Davis offers some incredible value. You interested?
Yeah.
Okay, that guy in. I think he can grow really, really quickly at the start of the season.
I just don't want him because, like, he's very good, no doubt. But I think at times he's just, like, too overhyped. I
Look at the points. 272, 217. And he holds very explosively.
He's just such a safe choice. And he's not even, like, that good of a choice anymore.
He's safe. Palmer is a safe choice. Look at the ownership. 32.6 compared to what, 58?
Well, he's lower because he's so expensive now.
But the thing is, isn't that more incentive to buy him? Because now less people own him, right?
No, because then there's potential to lose points in other areas.
Okay, I understand that. I mean, I think this is a big debate in FPL at the moment, and I understand why you're not going with him. Okay, no Haaland. Let's Isak. He's 8.5. He's on penalties for Newcastle, and he actually is the best striker for bonus points, which means if he scores 1 goal, he's like 80 or 90% likely to pick up a bonus point in that match. So basically, his goals aren't worth 4; they're worth 5. So he's a great pick.
Let's go.
Let's go with Isak. The thing
is,
you've got more money than other drafts because you've not gone with Haaland. Third forward, I recommend going with someone, I don't know, 7 to 6.5, even 5.5 million. There's some good options.
I'm like kind of tempted to go Mateta, but I feel like that's just a trap.
The thing is, he doesn't have Crystal Palace penalties, right? Think about you're going to be versing other midfielders and other people's teams that have penalties. And they'll have 7 out of 8 attackers with pens, right? So if you go with Mateta, he doesn't have penalties. Let's look at the Palace fixtures. 2 okay ones. I honestly, if there was a better color pattern for the fixture difficulty rating, I would be putting Brentford at a low green and a West Ham at a low green. Leicester at home is a good fixture, but then you've got Man United and Everton. Hopefully, we should defensively improve, but Everton, they are very good defense. They pick up clean sheets. So I'm not too sure about the fixture run early on.
What about Chris Wood?
Chris Wood, now, this is a pick I really like. He doesn't have pens, but he's only 6 mil and has some really good fixtures early on. Why don't we put him in for now?
I want.
He also is from New Zealand, and I'm Australian myself, and my dad's actually from New Zealand, so it's we like Wood.
Little connection there.
Let's talk Man United. Rashford.
No. Sorry.
Why not?
No.
Really, no Rashford.
I don't trust his party lifestyle. He can do what he wants, but if you're a professional, if you're a professional athlete, maybe, I don't know, have your fun, but it'll impact your game to a degree,
yeah.
I feel like, so.
100%. Bruno?
I just don't have the confidence in him. He's very good, and he really, he showed up at the end of last season for sure, but I just don't really trust him enough.
He scored 166 points last season and put up 10 goals with 9 assists. He gave away 2 pens to Rashford for Rashford's confidence, and he also missed a penalty. That's 3 goals. If you add 15 points, he's up there with what Odegaard put up last season, which was 186, right? So, and they are fairly priced, I understand that, but these guys have scored 200 points in the past, and I think it's definitely something that you should keep your eye on. But no, Bruno, I understand. I don't really like that price point. Garnacho. What about in the defense? Luke Shaw.
He gets injured all the time.
That's true. Who are you looking at from Arsenal's defense?
Gabriel was not great. He was okay. I call him the Lego man.
Saliba, he'll be rotated less, but I still expect him. He won't play 38 games again.
Rotated less.
Yeah.
Meaning what?
Like Gabriel will miss a couple games.
Yeah.
Saliba might miss 1 or 2, maybe even 3 across the
Why?
season, just because they're in more competitions. Champions League has more games, so they will miss a couple games in the Prem.
Okay. What about White? Why is he the most expensive?
I mean, White put up 182 points, most out of any defender
Whoa.
last season. 4 goals, 5 assists. And the thing is, White gets the early sub at 65 minutes, right? So even if Arsenal don't,
Oh,
he always gets those jammy points.
lucky. Okay. Let's put him in there. We'll sacrifice the Raya pick
Okay.
for White. Let's say that.
So early on, you can already look like Pickford. How many points? 153. You got White, the top point scoring defender, and you've also got Palmer, who was the top point scoring mid. Watkins as well. So
Perfect.
you're already
I like
developing
this.
that, and I mean it's an interesting strategy. Some people would call it points chasing, but I mean there's going to be new value in a new player, right? So I think should maybe differentiate. I mean, I like Leaf Davis as a pick. Okay, let's get your second goalkeeper down. You cannot be spending more than 4.5 million in this
No, I
squad.
want a cheapo guy.
I think Sanchez is really solid.
Okay. Let's just go Sanchez. Then.
Okay, let's go Sanchez.
Know much
Cool.
about the goalies. Brandt, wait.
Yeah.
He was good when I had him. I brought him in 1 week and then he scored. I was like, oh, that was a nice surprise.
He is good, but he's 5 million. Like you can go with Munoz. Let's search.
Is he on Palace?
Yeah.
Didn't he get an own goal?
In the Colombian game, he got 4 assists in only 16 starts. Like he's a scoring defender. He plays like very attacking.
But those stats are bad. You think that
he
he'll
joined
get
them
more?
mid-season last season. Like he didn't join at the start.
Well,
so he played every game when he came in.
Okay.
4 assists, 56 points. 56 points in 16 starts.
But I don't know.
Right, that's
Palace
solid.
to me is like the joke club. I don't know why.
They thrashed us 4-0.
Yeah, so you let a joke club thrash your club.
That's our club. What are you talking? Alright, no. You need to make a decision about Salah now. And Saka. We haven't even talked about Son either. I mean, let's have a look at Son's fixtures. I would give these in my fixture difficulty rating very high greens for both fixtures. I think Everton at home. Look, Everton usually start their seasons a little bit slower, and then when they need to pick up points, they do under Deitch. Leicester as well, new team. Son has scored some big holes against Leicester in the past, so he could be considered. But at 10 million, are you really going to go against Saka? 6 and 7, he has 2 promoted team games back to back at home. Very strong. And I think Wolves at home is probably top 3 best fixtures to start on for a midfielder.
Yeah, but I feel like he's not a good option to bring in at the beginning. I like game week 6 through 8 though. That's really nice. I think that the best thing to do would to bring in Son for the first 6 weeks and then switch
transfer him out.
Yeah, because they're both the same price, right? Yeah. So
wow, Son. I mean, only 8.8%. That is insane. Salah, yes or no? I'll show you the fixtures another time. Ipswich, Brentford, United, Forest, Bournemouth, Wolves, Palace, Chelsea.
Bring him in. Bring him in. I did not realize.
They're
I only have 23 million left. Okay.
You're gonna have to do some chinking around here. You're gonna have to go very budget on these defenders. I mean, I'm talking probably 4 millions. Let's have a look. I'll tell you the best options at 4 million. Burgess did start a lot of games for Ipswich last season, but they have bought some new guy. Let me just find him here. Wolfenden is the other starter, and it is Greaves. Oh no, I think it's Greaves, yeah, that they just brought in. Yeah, he doesn't have a picture. This is the other guy. Apparently he's going to be starting. That's interesting. He hasn't played for them before. And you've also got Harwood Bellis, who scored 2 goals, 3 assists from centre back at Southampton last season. He's quite a good player at 4 million. These are the Southampton fixtures. I mean, look, they're a relegated team probably at the end of the season, but I mean, you could invest here. I don't think Forest are that amazing. You got Ipswich. There's a couple places. Or you could go for the Leicester guys. Wout Faes is the best option in my opinion. 8% ownership, which is pretty high for a 4 million guy.
That is high. I was gonna say same with that other guy. He was at 14.8, which.
But Faes is a more of a long-term hold. I've got Barco in. I like him. He's decent.
His fixtures aren't great though.
They're not, but the thing is, in the important weeks, so when...
Oh, looks good down
there. Yeah,
it
looks good down there. He's a good long-term hold. Ipswich Town at home, game week 4. Nottingham Forest, game week 5. He rotates really well with White, who has Spurs away and City away in game weeks 4 and 5.
Okay.
Right, so you could play him in those weeks.
Let's go.
For now, I mean, you can always change it, and he's not 100% nailed to get the minutes, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's something you can evaluate later, right? Let's put in Greaves for now.
Why do you trust that pick? He's brand new.
He's just a placeholder for you at the moment, right?
Okay.
I think you can't make decisions on your 4 million defender now. You need to wait for what happens in preseason. Gusto's 5 million? Bro.
Oh my god.
They do not rate Reece James at all. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, sorry, I was getting distracted. Let's just put Van de Ven in here for now.
Van der Ven's only 4.5.
Yeah, so you can afford Andres Pereira on penalties, former United player. Always a good pick. McNeil, not on pens. McGinn could be on pens for Villa. You've already got Villa coverage. You don't really need it there. Semenyo, very good pick.
Yeah, Semenyo was good.
And he's moved into the midfield now as a pick.
What's his fixtures?
They're not amazing. You can play him game week 1. 6 and 7, he has really good fixtures, and then he's a good long-term hold.
Yeah,
but
he's good after like 10ish weeks.
Yeah, when the fixture swings kind of happen. So, Dingra, one of my guys, I owned him and he did well for me. I think Andres Pereira will do decent for you, and he also takes penalties for.
What about Alanga?
Yeah, he's a good pick, but if you're going to Forest, then Hudson-Odoi is the guy to get. 8 goals, 2 assists. I think Alanga did finish higher than him, 5 goals, 9 assists, but Hudson-Odoi explodes more consistently, and he's been good in preseason so far.
What are the fixtures again? Not bad. What if we did him for the first 10ish weeks and then switch him with Semenyo?
Yeah, you can do that for sure. And then you need a 5 million player in this position. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't looked too much at the market here. Buonanotte at 5 million. Got Wharton at 5 million. That's interesting. Endo 5 million. Baleba. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go down to 4.5. We're going to select Kellyman. I don't think he will play. McConnell. Where is Luongo? That's who I'm looking for. Here. Luongo. Good pick for Ipswich Town, but the fixtures aren't good early on, but they get really good 3 to 10.
Nice.
3 to 10, and he's quite nailed in their team, so I'm going to go out on a limb and select him for you.
You can stay on the bench for the first 2 weeks.
Now, team name.
Oh, FPL. Easy.
Okay. FPL. Choose a favorite club. I'll do... Oh, oh, lol, we're not a Newcastle fan. Okay, enter squad. So this is your new squad for FPL 24-25. What are you thinking?
I think it looks good. Yeah, I like it.
If I had some recommendations for you, I'd probably say definitely the 4 millions. You need to pick the best one out of that price point. Perhaps you might need to shift Son down to maybe a Foden or a KDB because you need a bit of city coverage. You might have to sacrifice on Son or Salah.
I didn't even realize.
If you did opt without Salah, you could bring in Saka there, save 2.5 million, and there'd be more things you could do with your team. So I think having a look at that is good. I will ask, what's your goal rank for the season?
Let's just say top million. I think that's a little bit ambitious.
Thank you so much for coming onto the channel.
Thank you for having me.
As you can see, she's not an FPL newbie. Okay, she is a little bit. I know the content was a little bit different in this video, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.